Alright everyone, it's my first review on audio, but we're going to do the review on the Pioneer AVH-P2400BT. Just came out this year. It's a really nice head unit if you're looking for something simple but has a lot of features. I really like it a lot. I just got it yesterday, put it in, and it works perfectly. The only thing I haven't wired up is the backup camera that I got with it. Everything else is working wonderfully. The radio works flawlessly. Everything else I have works flawlessly. We'll take a look at some of the features here. We'll get started with the features it comes loaded with. It has DVD, USB, iPod. The USB is right here in the front. Has Pandora if you hook up your iPod or iPhone. I do believe it works with iPhone 3, iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, and then iPod Touch. And I'm not sure if any other iPods will work with it. And then it also has Bluetooth streaming, so you can stream whatever Bluetooth music you have on your phone or anything like that. Also has an auxiliary AV input, so you can hook up a PlayStation if you want or anything like that. It's satellite radio ready, and the only thing it doesn't have built in is HD radio and nav, but it's all ready for that if you buy the adapters for it. This one already doesn't have them though, which is no biggie for me, and I'll explain that a little bit later. So the first thing we're going to do is check out the radio, which, like I said, works wonderfully. I'll go ahead and go to a station here. Oh, I'm on FM3, that's why. So as you can see, the program stations I have are just some local good stations. Play some pretty decent music. And it does put out a lot more power than the stock Shaker 500 head unit, so it makes speakers sound really good. I like to demonstrate that with a CD or maybe through some USB connections, just because radio you get a lot of static, so you don't really get to hear the speakers that well. Not sure, I don't think I have a CD in, so we'll go ahead and pop one in real quick. Take a look at that next. Oh, here it is. You can set up autoplay, so if you want, the CD will come in and automatically start playing, or you can turn that off if you want as well. But just a regular MP3 CD, I believe, or I believe this is an audio CD. It'll read MP3, data CDs, audio CDs. It'll even tell you what you're listening to and everything like that. As you can see, all the information is displayed. And then you can change. That's just changing the source. Go back to the disc. And then you got the track change up here, forward and back. This right up here is the remote sensor. That's the eject button. Volume up here, volume down here. Source, home button, which this is your home screen. That's what we were seeing at the beginning. Mode, which I'm not sure what it does. I think it just turns the screen on and off, which is pretty cool, because the last head unit I had was Z1, and you actually had to hold the button down for about 10 seconds to turn the screen off. And I know some other head units out there, you actually got to go to the settings and hit screen off. That's pretty cool. They put it right on the home buttons here, so you don't have to go through anything to do it. We'll turn the screen back on. This one over here is mute, just automatically mutes it. I do believe you can also set that up to automatically just turn it down decibels or turn it back up. We'll go ahead and go through a couple tracks here, so you can see that. The background right now I have is the equalizer one. It actually goes with the music, as you can see. There's a couple other live backgrounds, and then there's some standard backgrounds, and if you plug in a USB flash drive, you can upload some of your own backgrounds. I haven't done it yet. Like I said, I just got the unit yesterday. But seems to be working great. This is actually a data CD. I got about 50 songs on here, I believe, and a couple folders, so it actually reads everything. But it seems to be working pretty good for me. So we'll go ahead. I don't have a USB, but I do have my phone with me, which is actually connected. Now the thing I love about this, and this is pretty much the reason I got the unit, is it's awesome when it comes to Bluetooth streaming. I knew it was going to stream the music I had on my phone, but I had no idea that it actually would stream Pandora and stream everything else on my phone that I needed to stream besides the phone calls and the music. So as you can see right now, it just says no data provided. But if you look at my phone, I got Pandora playing right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll push pause on that, on the unit itself, and it pauses the music. Push play, starts playing again. So I love that. I think that's awesome. So, and then we'll go ahead and we'll go up here and we'll click next track. It'll actually go to the next track for you. So you can control it right through the unit. That's one thing I love, and I did not expect that at all. I honestly didn't even expect it to stream the audio from Pandora, but it actually lets me control it. The only downfall I think that it should have is it should be able to show the information, which doesn't seem like it does, but that's no big deal. I don't really care. I can always go back and look at Pandora and see what I've been listening to through my accounts, just like anybody else could, so it's not a big deal. But as you can see, went ahead and started playing the next song, and you can turn it up. Sounds great. There's not much here. I mean, you'll hear a little bit of static if you turn it up really loud. I mean, this is about halfway all the way up, and you hear the static. Once you start playing the music, it's pretty much gone. So, works out flawlessly. I really like it. I've already tested the phone calls about 5 or 6 times. It works out great. The person on the other end says they can hear me crystal clear, like I have the phone up to my ear. It works perfectly, and I got my mic mounted right there. It's pretty adjustable. I can raise it up and down wherever I want to aim it at. I can go like that. I can go back up like this, wherever you want to put it. So I just put it in a temporary spot right now. If I find somewhere else maybe that's better to put it, I'll put it somewhere else. But for now, I like it right where it is because it pretty much is pointing directly where my mouth is. But works out good. Now the other thing, this is what I just tested, and this is pretty much why I wanted to make the video, because I think it's pretty awesome. A lot of people don't know if it works or not until they get the unit. I'm bringing up my navigation on my phone right here. It's just the Nexus S. So I'm not really sure if you can see that focusing or not. But we're going to go ahead and just push this as navigation. We're going to go ahead and push that one and see how it works. Just going and getting the directions. I got a pretty good signal. As you can see, stupid thing is not focusing. But it's getting the directions for me. And this is also one thing I really wanted to work, because if it did work...
Head south on Park Ridge Court toward Kings Crest Drive, then continue straight onto Kings Crest Drive.
There we go. Works flawlessly. Tells me everything I need to know. Now some people say, oh, well, you don't have the picture on your unit, you can't see it, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? I don't need the picture. As long as she tells me where I'm turning and how far it is and what road, I can pay attention to that, which is paying attention to driving instead of paying attention to a screen to see when I should turn. So, I mean, that's my argument. Some people will beg to differ and say, yeah, you should have a screen and maybe have something showing up, yada, yada, yada. But it works fine for me, and I haven't used it yet, but I will. And the other thing I like about it is, if you get a unit with nav already built in, like my Z1 had nav already built in, it was outdated. It was dated back to 2006, and there's a lot more roads, especially around my area, where you need more than 4 years or 6 years behind. So you need all the new maps, and for me to get the new maps, I'd have had to pay $130 to Pioneer to give me the new CDs, and I didn't want to do that. With the navigation you have through your cell phone service, whatever it may be, you automatically get free updates. They automatically update it for you for free. So I'd rather pay for the regular service I have on my phone, stream it through my head unit, and not pay $130 every 2 years just to get an update. So that's kind of a waste of money to me. Now, like I said, this head unit is navigation ready. Will I ever buy it? Probably not, just because this feature works perfectly for me. I don't have to worry about it. And even in the navigation, which I'm going to show you, we'll go ahead and go back to the home screen. I'm going to push play on the head unit. It still plays the music fine. Now, I haven't tested to see if it'll tell me or not when to turn with the music playing, but on your phone it does, and I'm sure it will work perfectly fine on the unit as well. So we're going to go ahead and turn that back off. And then we're going to take a look at some of the other features on the unit. I'm going to go ahead and close down the navigation. that. Now let's go ahead and get another look at this head unit, give some overviews of it. I already told you controls, the USB's here, there's an auxiliary here. If you look at some pictures of the back of the unit, it's got tons of connections, one for satellite radio and XM radio, Sirius and XM. It's got another one for the backup camera, another one for the microphone, which this one already comes with, and you plug that in, just run it wherever you want. It also has some auxiliary plugs in. It has the excuse me, plug-in for the nav if you want to hook up the navigation. It has a plug-in for the HC radio if you want to hook up the HC radio as well. Has an auxiliary. I do believe it has an auxiliary on the back as well as the one on the front. I'm not 100% sure on that. I didn't really get a good look at the back when I put it in. Well, let's go ahead and look at the home screen again. As you can see, all the ones are here. Pandora doesn't pop up only because I don't have the iPhone or the iPod Touch, so it's not going to show up for me. The rear view camera is there. If I hit the off button, it just basically shuts down the unit. There's nothing on here. We'll go back to the radio. And then if you look at some of the other ones, the auxiliary, the AV. Now down here are the settings. This one is the disc settings, so like if you're playing a DVD or anything like that, you can adjust the settings for the home screen, autoplay, subtitles, the language and everything. This is your audio menu. The favorites is down here. I haven't really figured that out yet. I'm going to work on that. This is your fader. I like to fade it to the back due to my system. You can fade it wherever you like. Go back. The graphic EQ. It was already set to powerful, and due to the fact that I have a pretty good system in here, 6 speakers, the door 8-inch subwoofers on each side, works out pretty good for me. Then you can go back, and there's an auto EQ. I'm not sure how that works, but it's not available for me to hit. And then we can go ahead and look at Sonic Center. I'm not sure exactly what this is. I've never really heard of it, and I'm pretty good with audio, but I do believe you can pretty much kind of lean the sound wherever you want. It'll still play through the other speakers, but it's not so much of a fade as it is like other fades where you can actually fade it to the rear or front of the car like this one. It just kind of centers the sound to the left or centers the sound to the right, wherever you want it to be. Then you have a loudness setting, mid, low, high, or turn it completely off. I have it on high due to the fact that the system itself. Subwoofer setting, these already have subwoofers in them, which is really great. I didn't get the Metra harness that is required for it, just because I didn't have it on the Z1, and it still played the system really good, and that's $60 that I don't have to spend. Some people say you can spend it, and it'll really bring out the sound of the subwoofers, but I don't really like a lot of bass. I have a 1-year-old son, so it's not a big deal for me. You can put it on normal, reverse. I have it on normal. You can turn the level as high as you want it to be. I don't like it that high because I have the bass booster up, and I also have the sound on powerful, so the 0 is perfectly fine. You change the hertz as well. Then we're going to go scroll back down. Then you have the bass booster, which, like I just said, I have it on +1. Works out perfectly fine. And then HPF, which is something you definitely always want on. It kind of balances out the sound. You won't get too much bass, you won't get too much treble. At least that's what I was told it does. Works out pretty good. I have it on right around the middle. Gives me a good sound to it. Then we'll go back to the settings. This is your other system settings. You have the aux input, the AV input, mute, which is what I have it. Like I said, you can have it set it off. You can turn it on to mute it. Mute it completely, 20 decibels or minus 10 decibels, whatever you want it. I'm going to set it to 10 decibels. The language, the ever scroll, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. I have it turned off just because I don't know. Bluetooth audio, that's so your audio streams. This is the software updates and the version information and everything like that. I'm not sure why I can't access that. I'm not really worried about it. And camera polarity, which I don't have a camera hooked up yet. Video signal setting. You can set up the settings for the AV, the auxiliary, and the camera in the back. I just have them set up to auto. I don't have anything hooked up right now. And then picture adjustment, which I can't do right now because I haven't hardwired the parking brake thing. I haven't done the bypass yet, which like I just got the unit, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll go back to the home screen and we'll go into the visualization. This is the background. This is the one I have on. You can have a clock here. You can turn it completely off. You can set up your pictures, which if you plug in a USB, it'll set up. This is another life. It's like a stars. You go to this one. It's kind of a fire in the background. This one's kind of a vortex thing. And then these are just your regular screens you can set up. There's only 4 of them, and then just the 3 live ones. I kind of like the equalizer. I just think it looks pretty cool. Illumination, there's 5 colors, or you can choose your own color. I have it on blue because I have all my lights done in blue, and these lights here in blue. So looks pretty good to me. And you can set it to scan through the lights. So it'll go blue, light blue, white, pink, purple, orange, yellow. You can't really see it too good. It's kind of daylight, but works out pretty good. I'll turn it back to blue. And then the screen color, which is like the outline color. Again, I have that on blue. You can set it to a couple of these colors. It doesn't really give you too many options here. Luckily for me, I'm a simple guy and I like blue. So we'll go ahead and go out of that. That's the theme settings. Your favorites, like I said, I haven't registered this yet. I'm not 100% sure what that's about. If I find more about it, I'll get back to you guys. But that's pretty much my overview of the unit. Like I said, I think it's a great unit. Crutchfield has it for $350, plus you get all the installation gear for your car you need. The wiring harness, the antenna, and the dash kit. I actually got it from Amazon. And I only got it from there because I had the Z1, so I just used the exact same harness. I used the dash kit, and I used the antenna adapter I already had. So I didn't need all that stuff. I saved myself $50, plus I got a backup camera on there when they did a package deal for me. The backup camera was normally like $50. I think I got it for like 20, maybe less than that. And the unit, like I said, it works great. And the best thing I love is the audio streaming, because Pandora is probably one of the greatest things ever made. And you don't have to deal with commercials. You can skip songs. You can pretty much create your own station and it'll play only music you like, which is what I really love. And everybody loves Pandora. If you don't love Pandora, then GTFO something. So rate. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any other options or any updates or anything like that. If you have some more insight about the unit, that'd be great. I'd love to learn some more about it. But let me know what you guys think. Okay?